Okay, this is LeetCode problem 713, subarray product less than k. Given an array of integers nums and an integer k, return the number of contiguous subarrays where the product of all the elements in the subarray is strictly less than k. That means, so for our first example, we have an array of 10, 5, 2, and 6. So the product of 10 and 10, let's see. The 10 subarrays have a product less than 10. So yeah, just the first element by itself, that 10, that would count because the product of 10 and just 1, it would be 10, and that's less than 100, so we can count that as 1. And then if we expand to the next available subarray, would be 10 and 5, that's 50. Therefore, that also counts, and also 5 by itself is a subarray, and so on. And we need to return the count of subarrays with a product less than k. So to do this, since our product is strictly, or the product of our subarrays has to be strictly less than k, we can go ahead and say if k is less than or equal to 1, we can go ahead and return 0, because k is less than or equal to 1, and something has to be strictly less than it. If you have a number 0 array, you can't multiply that by anything, it'll just be 0. So we can't have that. And let's see here, I'll go ahead and we're going to use the sliding window technique to figure this out. So our right bound will take the count of valid subarrays in between our left and our right bound, and we will update our answer accordingly. So go ahead and initialize my left, and then we'll do let curve. And here our current count, what's counting the current product of the array that we're on. We're going to initialize it to 1 because you cannot, since we're dealing with multiplication, if we set it at 0, everything would just be 0. So we need to set it to 1. And then we'll do for that right 0, right less than. Where's this nums? Right. So simple for loop, initializing our right pointer to 0, so the first index. And then we will, so for the first iteration through, we will, oh no, I need to multiply. So we're going to multiply our current with the right pointer. So we are on this first index, which has a value of 10. So it'll be 1 times 10. And then we check if our current is greater than or equal to k. And if it is, we need to remove that value from our current window and not add it to our answer because it breaks the constraint. So what we'll do now is we will divide. The way to get rid of the value that's not valid would be to divide it from our current value. So if you've got like 10, 5, 2, 10, 5, and 2 would be 100. If the 10 is the reason you are out of the constraint, you would just divide by 10 and you'd be left with 5 times 2, which is 10. So we'll do that, and we'll do left. And then we'll go ahead and increment left because it is breaking our constraint. And so once I have this for let current, so updated it, and that will update, and then we will update our, which I haven't assigned it yet, this answer variable here, and this will keep track of the number of valid subarrays. So we can just do our subarray formula, which is right minus left plus 1. And then return the answer. And the reason this right minus left plus 1 and just adding it to the list of answers works is because this with the array. So if we're counting this 10, and then we move to the 10 and the 5, so now we've got one valid subarray at this 10, and we're going to expand it to the 10 and 5. That's one other subarray. and then also this 5 as well. So we can count that one expansion as 2. So now we're up to 3 valid subarrays. And then when we expand it once more, we get to 100, and that breaks our constraint. So we have to remove that 10, and now we are just left with this 5 and this 2, and that would be 2 valid subarrays as well. And then we'll expand it once more. We're at 60. That's 3. And so once we're done, or once we loop through and we are able to check that we do have that valid subarray, we can just return the distance between the right and left arrows, or the right and left pointers, and that will end up giving us our answer. So let's see if I got this right. Go ahead and submit it. Wrong answer. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Output 24. Okay, so we're removing her. Nums, right. If k is less than equal to 1. Return answer plus to equals right minus up. Oh, sorry, not while. You need a while loop here. Yeah, so while, because you could have 2 lefts essentially, or multiple lefts that are breaking your constraint when you get to a certain number. So yeah, okay, that makes sense.